Good morning, children. The next lesson is health and hygiene. Okay, in this lesson we are going to see about what is health and hygiene and the components of food. So what is health? Health is the state of emotional, physical well-being. So it is the state of physically we have to be fit, and then emotionally, if it is in the condition mean it is said to be a health. According to WHO, what is WHO? World Health Organization, what they are saying mean health is the state of physical, mental and social well-being. So we should be fit in these areas, that is physically, mentally and socially we must be a good, and then it is not merely the absence of disease. So according to World Health Organization, what they are saying, health is the state of physical, mental and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease. Then it is the state of dynamic resulting from body's constant adjustment. So we have to adjust constantly and adapting to the stress and changes in the environment. For maintaining an inner equilibrium, that is called as homeostasis. So health is the dynamic state resulting from the body's constant adjustment and then adaptation in response to stress and changes in the environment. For maintaining an inner equilibrium, that is called as homeostasis. So what is health? Health is the state of emotional, physical well-being. Then what is WHO says? It says it is the state of physical, mental and social well-being and not merely an absence of disease. And then it is the state of dynamic. It is a dynamic state resulting from your body's constant adjustment and adaptation in response to stress and changes in the environment for maintaining an inner equilibrium called homeostasis. So what is health care? Health care exists to help the people and maintain the optimum state of health. So we should take care of our health. So where does it exist? It exists to, what does it help? It helps to maintain the optimal state of the health. Then, so this is about the health. Then what is hygiene? Hygiene means keeping our environment clean. So brushing our teeth. Why should we brush our teeth? In order to keep our body clean, we should brush our teeth daily and then we should keep our surroundings clean. That is known as hygiene. So health and hygiene refers this one. Then we should take some components. Now we are going to say about the components of food. What are the components of food? The components of food comprises carbohydrate, then fats, proteins, vitamins, water. So these are the substances which are present in our food. So we should take all these components which are present in our food. So this is known as components of food. So carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, proteins and then water. These are known as components of food. So under this we are going to see about carbohydrate. What do you mean by carbohydrate? It comprises, the carbohydrate can also be obtained in the form of, that is sugar. Carbohydrate means sugar. What does carbohydrate give us? The carbohydrate, they give energy to our body. The carbohydrate gives energy to our body. Where is present? It is present in sugar. Sugar means that is beetroot and then cane sugar. In all these, sugar is present, honey and then fruits. If we take all these sources we may get energy. Where is the sugar is present in them, so sugar also gives, it is one of the form of carbohydrate which gives energy. And then the next one is the starch. Starch, where is it present? It is present in potato. And then rice, maize, etc. So we are seeing about components of food. Under components of food, we are first going to see about carbohydrate. What does carbohydrate gives? It gives energy to our body. So sugar is one of the form of carbohydrate. Where is sugar present? In beetroot, cane sugar, honey, fruits, etc. In these all, sugar is present. Then starch, potato, rice, maize. And then dietary product, dietary food, whole grain, nuts. So in all these, the dietary food is present. So these are all the form of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate gives energy to our body. In order to get energy, we must take all these fruits and vegetables. So where it is present? Sugar, starch and dietary product. Sugar where is present? Beetroot, cane sugar, honey and fruits. Starch, potato, rice and maize. Dietary products, that is whole grain and nuts. So we should take carbohydrate in this form. So the presence of carbohydrate can be explained by an experiment. For this what we need mean, we should take boiled potato. So we should take boiled potato, smash it and then use iodine. So we are proving that carbohydrate, that is starch is present in the food. For that where it is present in potato. So we should take some boiled potato and then take some iodine solution. Then first what we should do mean, we should boil the potato and then smash it. Then add 2 drops of iodine solution in that. 2 drops of iodine solution. Then after if we observe, there is a changes that takes place in the potato. What does mean? The color of the potato changes into black blue color. Black blue color. So what does it implies? The change in the color implies the presence of starch in the food. So if we apply iodine in that food substance, what does it change? It changes into black blue color. That implies the presence of starch. So the iodine acted with the potato and then it forms the iodine complex. So what does it produces? Starch and iodine complex is produced. So the changes of the color implies the presence of starch in the food product. So the carbohydrate mainly contains the starch. So hence it is proved. So we are proving that the presence of starch in the food substance. For that what we should take? We should take some boiled potato, then smash it, add 2 drops of iodine solution into that potato. Then after some time the color of the potato will changes into black blue color, which implies the presence of starch in that product. So what does it do? It reacted with the iodine reacted with the potato starch solution. Then what does it change? It changes into starch iodine complex. Hence it is proved. The next one is the fat. First one carbohydrate. What does carbohydrate gives? They gives us energy. Next one is the fat. Where does fat also give energy? But the energy is more than that of carbohydrate. Fats give more energy than carbohydrate. Where does it present? In butter, ghee, milk product, milk, cheese, paneer, nuts, meat, fish, egg yolk, etc. In all these fats are present, but fats give more energy than carbohydrate. So we are going to prove by this fats by this experiment. what does we need mean? So presence of fat. For that we have to take some paper and then groundnut. Then if we squeeze the paper, the paper become translucent and then it is very transparent. So if we keep some groundnut on the paper become greasy and then transparent, which shows the presence of fat in that paper. And then if we apply some drops of oil, that is either coconut oil or some groundnut oil, the paper become very greasy. The presence of greasy appearance shows the presence of fats in the food substance. So oil become excluded out from that substance. So the presence of fat is proved by this experiment. So butter, ghee, milk, cheese, paneer, nuts, meat, fish and egg yolk, in all these substances the fats are present. Fats, what they give? They give more energy than carbohydrate. Next about proteins. Proteins are necessary for our growth. Where they present? Protein is present in pulses, eggs, fish, milk, chicken, soya bean, nuts and grams. Especially in grams, the proteins are rich. Grams are rich in proteins. So what they are doing? They are necessary for our growth and also regulating our various body function such as digestion. For digestion, these proteins are very much important. And then soya beans, this is very rich, highly rich source of protein. Soya beans is the highly rich source of protein. What do they give? They are essential for the growth of the body and also all the activities, especially digestion. Then the presence of protein is proved by an experiment. For that, what we need we need egg yolk. Presence of protein in food substance. So egg white. What we need? Egg white. Then copper sulfate solution. So the presence of protein is proved by an experiment with the help of egg white, copper sulfate and then sodium hydroxide. So how can we prove we can take egg white, take some sample, small amount of egg white and then put it in the test tube. So we should put the egg white in a test tube, small amount of egg white in a test tube and then pour some copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide solution into that test tube. After some time we may observe. First we have to heat the test tube and then cool it. Then after some time we have to pour the copper sulfate solution and then sodium hydroxide solution. So what we can see we can see the changes. The egg white is changed into purple or violet color. So the presence of purple or violet color indicates the presence of protein. So we should take some egg white in a test tube. First we have to heat the test tube. After some time cool it, then take egg white and then pour some copper sulfate and sodium hydroxide solution into the test tube. So if we observe after some time, the color of the egg white changes into purple or violet. So which shows the presence of protein in the food substance. So for what we have learned, the carbohydrate, what does it gives? It gives us energy. Where is it present? It is present in sugar, starch and dietary products. And then fat what they give? They give more energy than carbohydrate. In butter, ghee, milk, cheese, paneer, nuts, meat, fish, egg yolk, in these the fats are present. Protein what they give? They are essential for our growth and then it is also needed for all the activities of our body, that is especially digestion. Where it is present, pulses, eggs, fish, milk, chicken, soya bean, nuts and grams. Especially in grams, the protein is highly rich. In soya bean also, it contains more proteins. Then by an experiment, we are proving the presence of the food substances. Next, about vitamins. Vitamins are needed for carrying out all the biochemical reaction in our body. They are essential for all the biochemical reactions. So, where it is present mean it is present in all the fruits, vegetables and then nuts, etc. So, if we take vitamins, vitamins are also known as protective food. They are two types of vitamin. Vitamins are many, that is A, B, C, D, E and K. These are the different types of vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. So under this, B and D or C are known as water soluble. They are soluble in water. B and C are known as water soluble vitamins. Others are known as fat soluble vitamin. They will dissolve in fat. But B and C are dissolved in water. So water soluble vitamin and fat soluble vitamin. These are the types of vitamins. When we take vitamins, where they are present? So vitamin A. Where it is present mean fish, oil, egg, milk, ghee, carrot, corn, yellow fruits, greens. In all these vitamin A is present. So if we doesn't take these vitamins, that vitamin A mean what will happen? Night blindness will happen. What do you mean by night blindness? That is poor vision. We are not able to see the object properly. Especially different sight in dim light. If it is dim light mean we are not able to see the object properly. So vitamin A where is present mean milk, oil, egg, milk, fish, oil, egg, milk, ghee, carrot, corn, yellow fruits and greens. If it is absent, if it doesn't take these sources mean night blindness will happen. So we are not able to see the object properly under dim light. Then vitamin B, whole grain, unpolished rice, milk, fish, meat, peas, lentil, green vegetables. In all these vitamin B is present. Then what does the deficiency of this vitamin B mean? Beriberi. What is meant by beriberi mean? The nerve become weak. Nerves become weak and fatigue will happen. Then vitamin C, where it is present? Oranges, gooseberry, green chilli and tomato. So in all these vitamin C is present. Gooseberry contain more vitamin than oranges. What is the deficiency of vitamin C mean? Scurvy, that is bleeding of gum will happen. In our teeth, the bleeding will happen if the absence of this vitamin. Vitamin C, next one vitamin D, fish oil, milk, egg. So it is also, vitamin D is also produced naturally through sunlight. The sunlight produces vitamin D in our skin. So we should always expose ourselves to the sunlight. If we take some sunscreen lotion on our skin mean it will demolish the sunlight. So vitamin D is reduced from our body if we apply the sunscreen lotion, etc. So the deficiency of vitamin D is known as rickets. What will happen? The bones become very weak and flexible. It become flexible. So this is the deficiency of the vitamin D. Then vitamin E is present in vegetable oil, green vegetable, whole wheat, mango, apple and greens. What will happen? Nerve weakness will happen. That is sterility. The symptoms are sterility, resistant power to illness. What is resistant power? If disease happen mean the resistant power, they cannot resist against the disease. We are not able to resist against the disease. So this is the symptom for vitamin E. Then vitamin K is present in green vegetables, tomato, cabbage, egg, milk products. What are the symptoms? Weakness of the bones and teeth. The teeth and the bones become very weak. Then profuse bleeding after small injury. If there is a cut in our body happen, mean the bleeding will not stop. So if the vitamin K is very less in our body, mean profuse bleeding after small injury. If small injury happen also, the bleeding will not stop. So that is the symptoms. So these are all about the different types of vitamin and their sources and their deficiency and their symptoms. So we should take all these components of food in our body, that is carbohydrate, protein, vitamins, fats and then water. So in many vegetables and greens also contain these type of components. Then vitamin D, if we take vitamin D, the sunscreen in vitamin, all these are the different types of vitamin A, B, C, D, E and K. So B and C are water soluble and then others A, D, E, K are known as fat soluble vitamins. So these are all the components of the food. Gooseberry contain nearly 20 times more vitamin C, 20 times vitamin C than oranges. So we should take more gooseberry and then more green vegetables, fish oil, carrot, and then fish milk product. So in almost all these the vitamins are present. So these are all about the components of food. Then about minerals. Minerals is also one of the component of the food. So what they give us? Minerals give us so they are required for the growth of our body. For growth we need more minerals. Then so regulation of our normal body function, where they are present, green leaf, pulses, egg, milk, fish, fruits, in all these the minerals are present. They also a protective food. Minerals are also known as protective food. So if we take mineral, the calcium is one of the mineral, so which is necessary for strong bones and teeth, then clotting of blood. So we have seen about if vitamin K is less, mean what will happen? Profuse bleeding will happen, no? That is known as clotting of. So if we take protein, more minerals, what will happen? The clotting of blood will happen. So calcium is needed for our bones, teeth and also for clotting of the blood. And then phosphorus, where it is, for what it is needed, mean it is needed for strong bone and teeth. And then iodine. Iodine is needed for synthesis of thyroid hormone. So for thyroid hormone, iodine is needed. And then iron. Iron is needed for hemoglobin. What is hemoglobin mean? It is the red color substance which is present in the blood. Then hemoglobin is formation of, iron is needed for the formation of hemoglobin. So these are the minerals which are needed for our body, that is phosphorus, iodine, calcium, phosphorus, iodine and iron. Calcium, what does it give? For the bones and teeth, clotting of blood, we need calcium. Phosphorus for the strong bones and teeth. iodine for production of thyroid hormone, iron for the formation of hemoglobin and the brain development we need more iron. So these are all about the components of the food: carbohydrate, fats, protein, vitamins and minerals. Water is also needed for our body for digestion. So we should take at least 2 liters, that is 8 tumblers of water every day. So in order to maintain our good health, we need water. So we should take 2 liters of water, or at least 8 tumblers of water for our daily work. To maintain our good health, we need water. So carbohydrate for the production of energy, we need carbohydrate, and then fat also gives energy. Protein is needed for growth, and then vitamins for all the giving biochemical activities. Water is needed for our almost all our body function. Then minerals are also needed for these function. So we should take all these components of food in our daily food. So the rest we will see in the next class.